Media party hysteria for the census continues. I'm Brian Lilley with the Rebel.media. I don't know about you, but I have never in my life had a normal, non-media party person, a normal, non-liberal spin doctor person raise the national long-form census to me as a burning issue. The fact that the Conservatives took away the ability to jail someone for refusing to fill it out. But for media party types, this has been an obsession going on for years. Ever since the Conservatives said, we're going to keep doing the census, but we're going to stop threatening people with jail for saying they don't want to fill out the long form, the very intrusive, asking personal information long form census. They just didn't want to do that. So they removed the threat of jail time. Sounds good to me. Sounds like something every civil libertarian, whether you're on the left or the right, should uphold. But media party types, no. They don't want you going to jail for having pot. They just want you going to jail for not filling out the census. Of course, their argument is that, hey, no one's ever gone to jail for it. Well, then why have the threat? So when my friend sends me this by email earlier today, this headline in the Globe and Mail, best census since 1666, I thought it had to be a joke. I thought someone had done up a little Photoshop and posted this as saying, the Globe is embarrassing themselves. But no, it turns out the Globe really is embarrassing themselves. I went and found a dead tree copy of the Globe and Mail. They still make these. It's remarkable. Last time I saw one was sitting outside my hotel room door in Vancouver. It's the only place I seem to see the Globe and Mail in hard copy anymore. I turned to page A4. There it is. There's the headline right there. Best census since 1666, StatsCan finds. Turns out Canadians don't mind being obliged to fill out the long form. Overall response rate is about 98%. And 96% for the long form. So 98% filled out the short form census, and it says about 96% filled out the long form. What was the response rate during the National Household Survey? That's what they changed the name to when they took away the threat of jail in the last census. What was the response rate? That's right, it was 97.1%. Seems like Canadians filled it out whether they were threatened with jail time or not. This is a bogus story from the Globe, and so is this statement from Wayne Smith, the agency's chief statistician. He's the one that gave them that line. He says, he calls this probably the most successful census since 1666. That was the first census of New France. How scientific was it? How accurate was it? Did they follow all the rigors that he and his so overly educated statisticians follow now? No, they went around, they talked to people, they counted. It was simple. And he's going to compare the 1666 census to 2016, yet claims the last census was bogus because he couldn't jail anyone. This has been a bogus argument from the beginning. This is all really about leftist planning. I'll explain that in a minute. But Darrell Reed, the man that heads up Ipsos globally for their public affairs, the man who's been doing polling in Canada and around the world for decades now, told the committee that was studying this issue that of course you could get scientifically valid data without the threat of jail time. Polling firms do it all the time. Companies far and wide, governments far and wide, rely on polling and they pay handsomely for it. But somehow, that's valid, but the National Household Survey wasn't. The National Household Survey or the census is about one thing. It's so that leftists can plan and plan and plan for new social programs. Don't think I'm making this up. This is something that people on the left have said. If we can't measure it, how can we plan for it? We need to be able to plan for poverty reduction programs. We need to be able to plan for social programs. That's what this is all about. No wonder the media party loves it. They love social programs. They love left-wing ideology. But truly, the Globe and Mail and the chief statistician Wayne Smith, you're embarrassing yourself with this 1666 line. Just stop with the blathering. You got the jail time back. Revel in it. The rest of us, we simply do not care.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.